Here's how you can make your very own animated chat bubble system in less than 5 minutes. Watch closely as this setup is extremely important. Go to this video description, press the link, get a model. And if you did everything right, head inside of your toolbox, insert this animated chat bubble system, which includes this script, inside of the server script service. And I want you to drag the typebubble events folder so both the client and the server can see the events, and the typebubble client inside of starter player scripts, not starter character scripts, as the server script already handles all of the events regarding the character. And it works. Okay, enough of that stupid TikTok voice. Let's see some changes for this system and how it behaves. Now, if you weren't so scared of coding, you would have realized that it also has an update rate to it and custom styles. So in order to add a custom update rate, what you want to do is go to the folder, like the default one, and add on, hold up, let me just check real quick, an attribute called update rate. Now this is going to be a number. Save this, and here's the thing, you want this to be something like 0.8 or 0.2. The lower the value, the faster this thing is going to cycle through all of your images, as animating is just interchanging some frames. And if you wanted to add more frames to a style, you will just need to duplicate the other image label and change its name to something like 4. You want to make sure that the image label name matches the frame number of your current animation, or else weird things might happen. So in order to add a custom style, you just want to duplicate this folder called default, maybe change some of the update rates to something like 0.5 and rename it. Now I'm going to be renaming mine to something like pixel, and I highly recommend just keeping the image labels just the way they are and just changing the images that I already have. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. And yes, I'm making this entire video because I remember of a game called Grail Online that I used to play back when I was a kid, and basically it had these animated chat bubbles that I remembered. So let me just start this real quick. And so in order for the changes to actually take place, you just want to change this chat bubble style variable value to your actual folder name. So I'm going to be changing mine to pixel. You can achieve a similar result by just triggering an event whenever a player buys another typing bubble style, so you guys can monetize your game even better. So I'm just gonna hit play and let's see if it works. Now if I did everything right, I should have an pixelated chat bubble right above my head. And as you can see, this one actually differs from the other one. The text chat service allows us to get the chat bar, which is then used to detect whether the player is typing or not. After that, we fire an event at the server and pass on to him the style value so he can activate or deactivate the typing bubble by using the bool value. Oh, I just realized that there's actually no need to use the if-else structure here, as you can pass the bool value directly by using the isTyping variable. So that's on me, guys. Get rid of that, refactor your code and make it way easier to read. Now, the server clones the billboard GUI each time a player spawns in, respawns, so each player can have their very own bubble. But what about the previous event? Well, if the style is valid and the bool is true, then it enables the GUI and fires an event of its own that basically tells all of the clients to start animating the chat bubble. That is, if the base value is true. Because, take for example, closing your eyes. Can you see some animation into that? Okay, I know that some of you have some fabulous creativity, but you cannot animate something that you don't see. Back to the local script. After the server fires his event, all clients will start animating their chat bubble if it contains multiple frames. We can do that by creating a temporary table with all of the image labels, content, and cycling through all of them, enabling or disabling them. Oh, and the controller makes sure that there are no overlapping animations. Think of the server as a border inspector who either accepts or declines the request of the clients and lets them or doesn't let them keep their specific styles. Oh, and I think I also have a joke about borders, but I can say since I will get cancelled, so I call my alter ego to do that.
How do a bunch of emos pass the border? In plastic bags! Ha 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 ha!